Is it working? I can't tell if it's working. How do I know if it's like if chat's working? Okay, that's working. How do I? Okay. Got it. Okay. YouTube stream. It is. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. YouTube stream. Good, good. It's working. Hello, hello. I'm gonna change this to anatomy. Oh, sorry. That's my alarm for the class. My bad. How do I change this? Properties. Can you? Where's my glasses, darling? Can you get it there? Is that it? You knew I was gonna catch it. Huh? What are you? What are you trying to say, huh? Stop. Shut up. You're done like the mic. Shut up. Shut up already. Okay. Okay, setup is done. Okay. If you hear anything for this class in the background, that's because there's construction. I'm sorry. There's construction in our house right now, so I'm sorry. Anyway, so I'm gonna be doing this every time, like before the class starts. So, introduction. My name is Caitlin. I do multimedia arts in college, and then I also used to teach in AHS when it first started. So like that was like 2 years ago, I think. Anything else? I've been doing commissions for since 2021. I've had around 179 finished comms since the start of or since the end of 2023. So that's my short introduction. Okay. We're gonna start soon. And let's just try not to get nervous. As usual. Um I hope that everything is working fine. The music isn't too loud. Okay. 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 This is fine. This is fine. Okay. We're gonna be starting soon. PSDs for these classes are also sent in, the Google Docs that I shared with the class for your class lessons and your files and any other freebie that I have for the class. So, there. Okay. We're starting in a bit right now, I think. Okay. I'm just monitoring like the sound in case it's like good. Sound. There's construction. Okay. We're good. We're good. Alright, alright. Okay. I think I broke my chair. Oh, the construction can't be heard, I think, so I think it's fine. Okay. I hope it's good. Not yet. The what? The what? No. Huh? Eh, hindi, nasa recording ka eh. You know I record beforehand, right? Can you pass me my charger? iPad. Ah, nandito pala. Nandito siya. Sorry. Can you get it? No, no, get the charger. Get the entire charger. Oh my god. Okay. Yes, I am your art teacher. I can't believe it. I can't believe it either. Technical difficulties at the start of the stream. iPad not fully charged. You know what? Alright, it's time to start. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Sorry if you hear like noises in the back of my mic. There's like a construction going on right now, so I'm really sorry if you guys hear that. I'm not sure if you guys hear it right now though, because it's like doing the sound right now. Okay, so anyway, this is going to be a recap session. Sorry, Petra. This is gonna be a recap session for those who missed the class 2 weeks ago on January 6th. So this is the anatomy recap class. What's it called? I have the anatomy PSD guide, the revamp version from the last class. So that's gonna be, it's already linked in the Google Docs I sent you guys. So if you just click January 6th anatomy class, you're gonna see this, or like see the video, and then there's like the PSD files there. Oh wait, for some reason my screen shared that. Hold on. Invalid broadcast session. Excuse me. Okay, there you go. That should fix it, I think. There you go, much better. Okay, so we're gonna look through this PSD, and after which you guys can screen share your screens if you're drawing with me, and we can do like a live help session for those who want to, you know, better their anatomy during class. So I thought that something more productive would be nice for the recap class. So anyway, we're gonna go through this. So we studied about different head angles, so like the basic head angles, which is like front, 3/4, and then sides. So basically, I have space to draw on here, so I can show you. So currently, since this is head front, for all the heads angle, we have it consists of like 3 parts basically, which is like the main circle for the skull, and for the middle part of the face, which you can see right here with the red circle here. And then we have a cross for us to know where to put the, you know, the features of the face. So that would be the blue lines. And then green represents the, I guess, the features itself. So that's where we're gonna be studying about a lot here for like the head anatomy part. So this is very simplified for everyone. And then if you open up the PSD, you can like read through it already if you want, instead of like listening to me if that's what you prefer. So here it is right now. So if I were to do that, here's what it's gonna look like. So red circle, and then blue cross like this, and then another 2 lines horizontally like that. For the cross, I like to put it usually in the center, or like slightly below the center for the first upper line, and then the lower line, it's around the lower part of the circle or the outside of the lower part. So it could either be here or slightly in the bottom like that. So let's just do that. There you go. And then you want to do like the features. So we'll mark it with green. The eyes are gonna be right here. It can be as big as you want, because it's like, this is like a style preference now. So eyes are there, and then you want to keep the eyes at least one eye apart. That's what I like to do in terms of like making the face anatomy, because it's easier to like distance them if you know, if you have like a guide. So I would like to do one eye apart for it, because they're circles anyway. And then ears. The ears are just in the center of the 2 blue lines. And then nose is in the center between the vertical line and the bottom horizontal blue line. And then the mouth is like slightly below, like here. And then that's how you make the guideline for like the front facing. And then basically what you want to do after that is just outline it. just follow your lines. When you want to make the face go inwards to represent like the chin and stuff like that, it just kind of slants down, and then you want to like round it off here. So basically, the to simplify it, it's this shape, but it's like slightly more rounded, I guess. So yeah, that's how you do the face for front facing. It's okay if you guys are late. Nothing wrong with being late. Remember, classes are recorded anyway, so it'll be uploaded, so don't worry. So yeah, that's how you do the basic for front facing, and then you can see it right here, like a better finished version of that right here. Okay, so next, I'm gonna delete this. So next, 3/4. I'm not gonna do the same thing because I feel like you can see it anyway here on the guidelines. I just wanted to demonstrate what that looks like when you're actually making it, so that you know, in case you guys want like a live demonstration. So here, this is 3/4. So same thing, except for the blue lines, I added the circle here so that you know where the side of the head is, because that's something a lot of beginner artists have trouble with. They don't know where to put the side of the head. So when you create a blue circle, it shows you the surface side. So that's why it's important to add that. Um, I also think that a common mistake for 3/4 is that they make the eye that's a little bit farther away from the camera. So that would be this eye right here. Oops. That would be this eye right here. They make it a full eye instead of squishing it horizontally, so it doesn't get that 3/4 effect, and it could kind of look off because it doesn't look like it's. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of looks more flat, to put it that way. So try to avoid that. So you want to squish the eye horizontally to make it more oval shaped rather than circular, and then do the same thing for your other features, but slightly put it like off center so that it looks like it's facing to the side. And then you can see the outline for that here. So I was asked a question last class, or last time I taught, on the 6th, and they were wondering how you connect the jawline to like the side of the head or like the skull. Sometimes you just don't need to do it, but I know some people who prefer to do it, and this is kind of like represented by the purple line. You can still like see it here, like this shape. For the most part, the face is made out of like these shapes. And then you just want to like connect that to the outline for the back of your skull. So follow the guidelines and then like put a line down for the neck, and then do like this like L shape to connect it. So after that, another thing that people forget to do is that since the face is slightly turned, you want to like omit the cheeks. Not omit the cheeks, sorry. You want to show the cheeks more, and sometimes people forget to do that, so it doesn't look like it's like 3/4 facing, or it looks flat. So what you want to do is kind of have like a dip to represent the cheeks. So this is like the basic shapes for it. This is the geometrical shape, while this is the more curved shape. So the geometrical shape is just there to guide you to where your lines should be, and then you can just curve it out yourself. So basically, like dip it a little when you hit the cheeks so it doesn't look flat. And then this is what the finished piece looks like. So there's like a half jawline if I remove the purple part connecting the jaw, and then there's like a full jawline, so you guys can see what the difference is. So moving on, we have the side. The side is, I don't think, that complicated. I feel like the problem that a lot of people have with the sides is that you don't have the center line to guide you. So what I did is that I just broke it up into like shapes. So instead of there being a center line, what's representing your jaw is a square, but it's like cut in half. So I would recommend that, for example, making a square, cut in half, then slant it down. That way you have a place to put your jaw. So if I were to outline it with like yellow, you can see it here. Oh, keep forgetting to do that. You can see it right here, this part. So represent your jaw with a square, and then everything else is the same. Like just retain the same steps that we learned since front facing, except just change the horizontal or the vertical line to a square, basically. So right here is how we do the outline by following the guidelines. So I feel like people also struggle with how you can't really see the features either. You can kind of do the eye, but then when you get to like the mouth and the nose, people sometimes don't know where to put it, or sometimes people don't know what the shape would look like. So that's kind of simplified. So again, we're gonna be taking the square shape. So wait, oops. We're gonna be taking the square shape, and then to simplify the mouth, think of an M, and then just do this. So when you want to curve it, or like if you add more curves to it, it's gonna look like this. So curve, curve. These are the lips, and curve again for the chin, and then the jaw. That's how you do the mouth and the lips. I mean, the mouth and the nose. Sorry. And then that's basically the finished product. It's gonna look like that. So everything else just follow the same feature guidelines. So the ears and the eyes retain, and then the mouth is just an M, and then the nose is just part of the triangle, basically. Or the triangle, the square. My bad. Okay. Do we have any questions for the head before I move on to like the rest of the anatomy course? Any questions? Okay. Since no one's gonna like ask a question, I'm gonna move on, okay? But if you guys have any question, okay, sorry. I'm waiting. My bad. You guys can ask me questions in any part of the presentation. That way I can see it faster and I can answer you guys faster. So how do you do from different angles? So different angles, because here's the thing, when you're making the head, if you can do the basic shapes, you can nearly do the head in more than 3 angles. So right now, all the angles I have ready for you, since because that's the only thing that we learned last class, is side 3/4 and front facing. But if you were to like take parts of these head angles and kind of tilt certain parts or merge certain steps, you can kind of create a different angle. I can show that to you at the end of the presentation so that, you know, we'll be able to, I guess, merge those example live drawings into one section for like the live, for like the video. I hope that makes sense. But for the most part, if you're able to do the basic shapes and like cut up the head in different shapes, you're able to kind of make more head angles. This goes for like up and down or any side to side or like diagonals. Like as long as you're able to understand these 3 shapes or like these 3 sides or angles, you're able to do that once you master it. From my experience anyway. Okay. So moving on, we're gonna go with the anatomy one. So this one is super simple. I know a lot of you guys do this. And I personally do this when I draw. We break down the anatomy into like shapes. For the class that I taught on the 6th, I would usually break it down to a square. Some parts are like triangles or cylinders or circles. So circles represented by elbows and shoulders, and then the let's say for example the arms and the legs are represented by cylinders. you want to make sure that the shape that you're choosing to represent the body part um, is also, like, I guess the same, like, size. I'm not sure how to explain it. So think of it like this: you can't really represent a leg with a square because a leg is more, round. So you represent them with like cylinders. So try not to like do squares or lines. I know some people do this technique. Oh wait, I keep doing that. Some people do this technique where that's the head, and then they do like the basic head, the head guideline. But then when they get to the body, it's a square, and then the rest are like just lines. I think that when you master anatomy and you just want to know where to put your character, or like the guideline for how they want to be posed, this is fine. Like, this guideline is fine. But for beginners, it's not really that good because when you're learning anatomy, you need to learn their shapes. So without the shape, you kind of have parts where it looks disproportionate, too short, too long, or something like that. So as a beginner, try to avoid the stickman method because anatomy needs you to have shape knowledge of the body. That's what I recommend for you guys if you're like starting out. And then, in realism, of course, realistic body proportions, but for anime, you can exaggerate more parts of like different parts of the body until to the point where you can make it as cartoony as you want to. But of course, since this is anime, it's more like solid down to realism, except the head. But for the most part, it's more realistic. So that's done. So this is what it looks like for like the second part of it. For the females, note please for the chest, for the boobas, don't make them pure circle because they're not pure circle. They're teardrop shapes. So let's, like, it's shown right here. Make them teardrop shapes. And then if you wanna connect the boobs to like the rest of the body, so the booba is actually connected to the armpit. So when you make an arm, just create a line that connects the upper part of the booba to the armpit. Okay? Yeah, chat surprisingly calm. You guys are scaring me a little, to be honest. You guys kind of freaked out with this like last 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Boobs attached to the armpit. So these are some examples that I did for the um, anatomy class, like the first one. So these are like the stuff that I showed, and then the second one where you can like see how it like overlaps and stuff like that. So that's done. Okay, next we're gonna be moving on to using silhouettes. So there are two versions of this. There's silhouettes and outlines. So silhouettes is mainly using a brush that you use for sketching, and then kind of drawing what you see exactly, and then filling that in so that you have like a rough guide on where you put your lines. So you can see that with the hand, I marked areas where the fingers are in like a stick form, and then when I filled it in, I lined it. That's basically it. You can see it also with the girl in the bottom. I just outlined the basic shapes, and then when I want to say that, oh, this part of the person is more like in a different layer, or let's say is more represented, you can kind of make the silhouette more opaque so that you know which part is which if you're having trouble with that. So you can see it here in the first part, like the face, you can kind of see where it is, also the shoulder, but then the hair is like less opaque than the body itself. So that's how you could like differentiate if you're sketching with a silhouette. Next one is the outlines. So outlines are just really simple. I don't really know how else to explain this, but like just basically just draw where you think the position of certain parts are. You can do this the best with hands. So right here, as you can see, I just kind of copied the general shape or outline of the hand. So that's what I recommend doing. So yeah, I can't really explain this part because it's like that's it. That's it. So yeah, that's it. So so we finished the PSD. That's it. That's the last part of it. So does anybody have any questions? And then we can move on to the live session for people who wanna like do their anatomy live and I can help them. So any questions? Also I can like go back on like, you know, the layers or the different parts of the lesson in case you want to see it again or if you want to hear the recap again. So yeah. Oh, sorry, forgot. To people that didn't see the announcement, the recap class is gonna be moved to a different time for like the next one. So if you haven't, can you please answer the poll so I know when you guys prefer to do the next recap class. I also need to fix it because it might interfere with some schedules. So, you know. How do you simplify the hair? Oh, okay, okay. Okay. So let's go to a. Actually, let's make it here. Simplifying the hair. I'm gonna use the 3/4. Um, I'm gonna use the 3/4 models so that I already have like a mannequin. This is actually for your next class, but if you guys want like a sneak peek of what it's going to look like, it's gonna be it. So I'll just use one. But yeah, for your next class, it's going to be like I think hair and different like features of the face. So to simplify hair, I simplify it into 3 parts only. So that would be bangs, um, the middle section, and then the back part. You can make it 4 if you prefer bangs, side pieces, middle part, and then back part. So I'm gonna show you what like a ponytail looks like. So bangs, let's say we can represent the bangs with a semicircle. Wait, like this. The middle section basically just follows the guideline of the head. So like that. And then let's say ponytail. Ponytail basically uh ponytail for me is like an S. So like that. Like that. There you go. Is that how you make an S? No, that's a Z. That's a Z, sorry. I wait. Oh, that's a Z. That's a okay, inverted S. There you go. That's an inverted S. So that's the simplified method of like shapes for like a ponytail. But if I were to actually like line it, I'm not sure if you can see this. I do that. Oh yeah, you can see that. That's fine. So when I line it, so full bangs, I just follow the guideline the same way, but not all the way. So I like leave a space here on the top, so that the hair kind of connects better. And then for the I guess the edges of the bangs, what I like to do is kind of like follow the guidelines still, but there's like triangular cuts going up. This is super basic, so it's not supposed to look, you know, like with lots of detail. So we're gonna tackle that in the next class. And then what you want to do is like with those triangular like cuts on the top, you just want to connect them. And that's basically what that looks like for the bangs, like that. If you want to, you can always add like extra I guess extra hair pieces like this. And that's not a bad thing. Like add whatever you think looks good to you, especially for like stuff like this because it's mainly cosmetics and stuff now. And then for the middle part, just copy the guideline basically, and that's basically done. For the ponytail, the same thing. Create a inverted S, follow the guideline, and then when you're done with that, you just add more details. So since this looks really flat, I like adding more lines in the center to show that there's more hair strands, like this. So basically, when I do lines, it follows the shape where it's going. So as you can see, you can kind of see them going in a certain direction. So it always goes down. It always follows the curve or like the direction where they are. So that's something people need to keep in mind because lots of things that beginners do is that when they create the hair or even in folds, they like putting random lines to represent them, and it kind of looks a bit messy, or like it doesn't look like it's, I guess, physically impossible, something like that. So when you draw hands, it should be also in your homework. The homework is optional, by the way. The homework's optional, but you can always show me what you did for the homework in case you guys want like critique or something like that. So what I recommend for the hands is the silhouette method or the outline method because that's the easiest part. I don't like doing the shape method for the hands because it's just so small and that the shapes are getting hard to read in more complicated poses. That's why I don't do them. So what I would recommend is getting like a reference from Pinterest, like this one right here, and then doing either silhouette or outline. So what I recommend is that you start with like very simple hand poses. Try to get a grasp of like how the distance between each finger, and then you're gonna be able to like try with other hand poses, and you get more comfortable with it. The silhouette method is really just there for you to kind of gauge where things are, and then that's how you line art it after. Same thing goes with the outline method. You kind of need to learn how to copy things based on the reference as you see it, rather than constructing something with shapes. That's how I do it with hands because it's just too complicated in different poses. That's why. So I hope that makes sense. But if you have like progress shots of how you do your hands, send them to me and I'll take a look at them. Or you can just send it now. I can probably help you now also. So yeah, that's how I would do hands. Like just try to practice it with simple like hands. Maybe like just a hand directly facing the camera so that you know how it looks like. I'm doing it like on recording right now, so this looks kind of stupid because you guys don't see it. But I'm like doing it on the recording right now, so you'll see it there. Okay, so that's basically it. Does anyone else have any questions? Man, I am so thirsty. I forgot to get water at the start of this class. You'll do it next week? Okay, that's great. That's great. Just send me your progress on it, and then I'll help you privately if you want. Yes, Petra, what is it? How do you make sure fingers aren't fat? Ah, fingers aren't fat. That's a good one, actually. That's a good question. Well, here, it depends what fat looks like to you guys. But then, if I were to make the silhouette of a hand, so let's just do it here. Oops, my Procreate's lagging. So, let's see. This is the pinky, the ring, middle, index, and thumb, I guess. um like that, like that. So how I make the fingers not fat, I guess, it's a bit difficult because fingers are just straight lines. They're not like the torso where it kind of curves inwards. They're kind of just cylinders like this. So if you really just want to make your fingers, like, let's say your fingers are like this fat. If your fingers are like this fat, I'll just draw the sketch. You know what? I'll just draw the sketch so that you guys can see it better. Sausage, yes. I'm making the sausage. If your fingers are like, let's say this is fat, okay? Is this fat, Petra? Is this like fat? I'm not sure if this is like fat. Is it fat, Petra? Should I make it fatter? I want, wait. Korean model hands. Okay, so instead of like, if your hands look like this, what you can just do really is probably just make thinner cylinders, maybe even longer fingers, so you can sketch them longer if you want to. Sorry, I'm like used to girl hands, so I'm gonna make them like my hands basically. So I'm using my hands as reference. Sorry. So just my hands. You know, my hands are in the homework, right? Like, the reference that you guys need to like do for the homework are my hands. So you can just practice there if you want. So thinner cylinders. You know the homework is like linked in the Google Docs, right? Usually for like the fingers, I just follow the shape of my original sketch brush. Like as you can see, I don't really like exceed past that because if I do, it's gonna look really thick. So, oops, I was just following the line there. My bad. When you get to like the edge part or like the tip of the finger, what I like to do is just create like a, I don't know, like a nail so that, you know, it looks better. Something like this, but it's like really bad. Sorry. Like that. I just make thinner cylinders. Like that, Petra? You just kind of squish them a little bit more, no? So just make thinner cylinders, really. Um, just make sure that when you guys do the silhouette method, your brush for the silhouette maintains the same size no matter what, unless you're filling in the um unless you're filling in the, what's it called, the silhouette itself. Otherwise you're just gonna mess up your shapes, especially for the hands. Just don't change the size, basically, is what I'm saying. So that's basically it. Any other questions? Okay. I'm gonna delete these. I need more water. How do I attach the neck to the head? Okay, I'll show you how that looks. So, for these side angles, like I'm gonna show you for each head angle, okay? For each head angle, so right here, think of just a cylinder. This is just basically it. That's a cylinder for the side. And then if you wanna make like the neck more feminine or more masculine. So right, like masculine is more like they have an Adam's apple. Feminine is more thin neck. So what you want to do is like for the feminine one, you just make the sides of this cylinder more inward, like that. For masculine, it's more outward. So that's like the Adam's apple, and then it's kind of like bulgy, I guess, for like the masculine one, like that. And basically what it looks like for the side. So Adam's apple, this part needs to be there. Oh, that's a wrong color. Right here. And then for, let's say, the sides, or like the head, 3/4 angles, um, here. Same thing, just a cylinder. So, cylinder, and then feminine, more inward, like inward cylinder, like this. Masculine, Adam's apple, and then same thing, like that. So same thing for like every part of the head, basically. It's the same thing. So here, I didn't put the neck here. Okay, that's good. So I can show you what it looks like. So cylinder, and then like inward lines on the sides, and then there, and then erase the top part of it, and then there, you have the neck. That's basically how you do it. Oops. Oh, my pen. Okay. Okay. That is basically it for like the neck. That's really it. It's just a cylinder. So, um, whenever you guys are like ready, also you can just share your screen, and then if you want me to help you live, I will. Um, this is also like a live help session because the entire anatomy class is just a recap of what you guys learned, or if you guys missed it. Sorry, if you guys missed it, it's just a recap of what happened on the 6th. This is basically it. So, yeah. If you guys want live help, you can share your screen now. And then, if you don't have any more questions or anything like that, then you can already like leave the call if you're gonna be doing something else. So yeah. Hmm. Okay, thanks Petra. Love you too, Petra. Love you, Petra. Thank you. Okay, bye bye. Okay, so if no one wants to share their screen, if no one wants live help right now, or if you just want to like send your work in progresses in the classroom channel, you can, and I'll be here to answer them. But if you guys are not doing anything else, like you have no other questions, the class is basically done for you guys already. So don't worry about it. You're not gonna miss anything if you leave right now. Oh, you just joined, Poco? Yeah, you're kinda late. Sorry. You're like 30 minutes late. Like we started like a while ago. We actually just finished. Oh, the chat room is classroom. Hold on, I can ping you there. If you guys don't see classroom, if you look at the settings for the server, there's this thing called show all channels, and then it might pop up for you. So that might be why some of you guys don't see it. In case you guys don't see it, I hope you guys can see it, because you should be able to see it by now. Um, here. So yeah. Do you guys have any questions? Any questions? I'm like trying to fish some questions out of you guys. I'm not sure if you guys are like shy or something, or you guys really just don't have anything. But mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh, that part. So the knuckles for like the hand. Okay, let's pull it up here. Let's do it here. So the knuckles for the hand. Usually, what you can do is that instead of it making it more rounded towards the end, you can make it more square. Um, that's what I like doing anyway. For like male hands that are like bigger, you can just make it more square. So what that's gonna look like is basically here. I'll do this in this outline instead. At the end, it's like this, and then you kind of just make it like bulkier. And then what you can also do for the knuckles is that you just round it off here, like that, and then just make the rest of the hand bulky. But that's how I like making male hands, especially like bigger ones. Um, when I like making muscular guys, that's usually how I like to draw their hands. It's like squares instead of cylinders. Like, there you go. So what it's gonna look like this basically. It's gonna look like that. Kind of rough though. So yeah. For the palm, I did do a sketch of it earlier. Hold on. Oh, nice, a live stream. Let's watch. Let's watch. Let's watch. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let that load and fix the Discord view. Hold on, video. Um, why is it like this? Okay, so the front view, if it's like male or like bulky hands, probably the same idea as the silhouette, it's just square. So if I do this, these are like more thicker cylinders, I guess, or like thicker lines. And then, oh oops, I need to put this on first. There you go. Stream thing. And then square finger like that. And then square thumb. For like joints, when I like bending them, then that's where I show the knuckles more, I guess, because it kind of just shows like that. But it's also for like the joints of like the middle parts of the fingers. This kind of looks like this. Something like that, I guess. Like that. So these are like hands in basic form for guys for me. There you go. And remove that. See? There you go. It's done. Yeah. So here, right here, you can see it here. Wait, I'll just do the outline, like the silhouette for it. So let's say the index is like that, the middle is like this, and then ring like that, and then oh oops, wait, hold on. I'm gonna use a different color because I feel like it's not working. Index, thumb, middle, and then ring, and then pinky, just like that. Okay. So, bending the fingers. Oh, that's not the right color. Bending the fingers. I'll just make the thumb first because it's not bent. It's kind of the same way. I mean, the joints of like most of our fingers are in the middle section, but slightly below the middle section. So it's kind of like easy to know where to bend it. Basically, the upper part is slightly longer than the lower part. Um, but if you want to just make it halfway, then you can, if that's like your stylistic choice. But this is basically it. So that's index. This is middle. And then ring. And then the pinky, which is right here. Oops, wait. Like that. There you go. And then there you go. That's basically it. I hope that makes sense. Of course. Mm-hmm. Sorry, which part? Which part again? Oh, like the in between? Like it's more. Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. It is like more curved. It's kind of like a U shape, I guess. But sometimes I won't add that personally because it's like my stylistic choice. But yeah, you do need to add it sometimes. Like, but right here, it's kind of U shaped. Right here in the center. Although I kind of just speed run the sketch, so it might look bad. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do like sketches. Okay. Like live sketches. But you guys can like go ahead and ask me any questions. So I was asked different angles of the face earlier, so this is what it's gonna look like. Um mhm. Let's say it's a girl looking up. Or like a person looking up. I'll do the same guidelines as I taught you guys so that you guys can follow. Nose, mouth, ears. When a person's looking up, also, the um, features, like let's say the ears, for example, are lower than the eyes, and then if it's like looking down, the ears are higher. So that's something that most people kind of forget. Are the angles of the ears and the eyes. So it kind of just looks like it's looking straight, then looking up or down. Whoa. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna server mute you if you don't have a question. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. Sorry, your mic is kind of I'm not sure if you're supposed to be muted or not. No, that's not Art Senpai. I don't think that's Art Senpai. Yeah, actually. Uh that's okay. Anyway, so basic guideline, I'm gonna follow the shapes again. Oops. So it's a person looking up. Ears are here. And then the neck. Wait, hold on. Neck. Face with the cheek dip. There you go. And then eyes. There. That's like a face kind of looking up, I guess. It's a bit bad though. Bad sketch. Whoa. Okay, guys, if you don't have any question and you're just gonna like make a random sound, can you please mute? Otherwise, I'm gonna have to server mute you. And let's try to avoid that, yeah? I'll unmute you guys who get server muted once the class is done. But since if you guys are gonna disrupt the class, I'm sorry, but you guys are gonna get muted. It's a second coming. Yeah, kinda, sorry. So that's a girl facing up. I don't know why the chin looks bad. There you go. That's a girl facing up. Mm-hmm. What's sorry? More expressionate? Ah. Well, when you wanna make a face more expressionate, I'm not sure if I have an example in my drawings. Usually it depends on how you make the eyes or like make the wrinkles around the eyes. I'm not sure if I have an example because I don't really get tasked to do that kind of stuff. Hold on. Wait. I can show you. Hold on. So let's say for example, someone is angry. Let's make it slightly angry. Um oops. I'm just gonna draw the eye really quick. So like that's the eye, right? Sometimes when you wanna be more expressionate, you can just add like you can add more exaggeration to the cheeks. So example, add more lines like this. So you know that the person is squinting, or if they're like really mad, you can add lines around the eyebrows like that. That's what I like to do. For an angry looking eye, I'm not sure if that makes sense, but an eye shape that looks a little bit more angular would be someone more serious, more threatening, angry, something like that, especially in anime. But um, it also shows how an eye can be squinted, an eye can be narrowed, or something like that. So that can also be a way to show expression instead of it looking like this. So instead of it looking like that, you can just try doing something like more angular, like that. So like that. A confused, a confused look. Okay. So it depends how you want it to look like. Cause in confused and anime, it's like I think the most stylized expression I've seen. Yeah, sure. What is it? I'll answer this question first though. When like before I do the example for your question, if that's okay. But no, tell me what your question is. But I'll do the example for it after. If that's okay. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you should probably do that if you want to exaggerate the emotion. Sorry, I thought that you wanted me to like draw something, so I just wanted to like make sure the first question gets answered. Sorry. So um, so let's say confused look in anime. When I do confused in my illustrations, oh, what the heck just happened there? Whoa, that was weird. Okay, my bad. I don't know what has happened there. I like drawing something like I guess something cartoony. It would be so look something like this. Something like that. So I would draw because that's something I think looks funny, like a funny confused person. But then what you can do is make them look kind of innocent. Um it can also be like within your hand gestures, like something like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about." So this is the hand pointing to like the mouth or something like that. With the mouth being like a circle, the eyes being like innocent, not knowing what they're talking about. Something like this. This is how I would probably draw a more confused expression. Like, huh? What are you talking about? Like that type of thing. Usually within the eyebrows that you see it, and it's more something like silly in anime, I guess. So I would make it silly. Yeah. Hmm? Oh. Hmm. So yeah, something funny and simple is nice. So yeah, that's it. Of course. I'm just gonna make torso sketches for you guys. I'm not sure if you guys just want to see this. Mm. It's the booba. I'm making a booba. Something like that. Women's body. And then men's are like, let's do muscle. I'm not sure if I can do muscle. I'll do the back muscle. That's okay. I'll do back muscle. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I think I need to do like. Mm-hmm. You just. Okay. It's a back. It's a back. Woman's back. It's. There you go. Mm. Hmm. Oh, let me give you guys a introduction to what you guys are gonna be learning next class. I'm gonna pull up the um class guide. What? Well, that's not it. That's a module overview. Class guide. What? Where's my Google Doc? Where is my Google Doc? Here it is. Lesson plan. So I have some stuff already planned out if you guys haven't seen it yet. So your next class, which is gonna be on the February 3rd and 17th, will be about hair and face. So that's gonna be covering different eye shapes, different face shapes, um, hair flowiness, I guess, and different hairstyles. So this covers both male and women, um, you know, characteristics or whatever, like generalized characteristics. Hmm? Oh, really? That's great. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Hold on. Oh wait, it's a camera. Hold on. Let me see. Oh hey, that is so cool. Oh, that is so cool. That is very cool. That's super cool actually. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. That's pretty nice. Thanks for sharing that with us. That's actually really nice. Oh, oh, thank you for answering the question for louder there in the classroom cost. Yeah, this is actually correct. Like, this is good. Well, anyway, so your next classes are on the 3rd and the 17th of February. And like I said, the hair flowiness, different hair styles, and different eye shapes and different face shapes, and basically that's it. It's gonna be for male and female. Um, Another thing is the starting on commissions guide is actually already available for you guys. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but it's already there on the Google Drive folder I shared. I'll share it again after this class, and also the lesson plan for you guys to get updated. Uh, but if you guys are like really, you really want to, let's say, do commissions already, then you can skip ahead to the final lesson, which is getting started on commissions. So context, I've done 179 commissions since 2021, and that entire Google Doc file is how I do my advertising, the like templates that I use, as well as the stuff that I use to help me better the system. That includes like Discord stuff, Reddit, and eventually it's gonna get updated to Facebook, and also how to get started on doing commissions. So if you guys really wanna like do commissions, you can skip to that final lesson already, since this is like a beginner class. So anyway, uh, another thing is, actually no, there isn't any more other thing. I'm gonna share everything after the class ends. So yeah, homework is there. Send me your homework if you wanna do it. You don't need to do it though. But yeah, that's basically it. Since we're already wrapping up, since it's gonna be already 9, we can end the class right here, and I'll share you guys the files. So yeah, if there's nothing else to answer, where can you find the homework? I'll share it in the art class announcements, and also the video archive link. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for attending the class today. Oh yeah, of course, of course. One last question, go. So since this is like since this is like a beginner class, I know some people attend the class for like a podcast session. So since it's like that, it's gonna be from like beginner to more harder levels. So right now we're just basics in anatomy. But then next class is hair and face, clothing and basics, shading, coloring, and then the 5th is starting on commissions. That's gonna be on June 1st and 15th. That's why it's like if you guys want to start on it now, then you can, because it's like really far away. Um. Let's see. So if you have a way to send your traditional works to your clients, then the commission Google Doc file on how to start, it can work for you. But if you don't really have a way to do that yet, or like let's say for example, let's say you just take a picture and then you send it to them, I'm not sure if that's gonna work. But let's say you scan it, or you can send it to them in person, or like ship the artwork to them, then I think that can work for you. It's just that for the most part it's digital medium, that's why. Oh, you can just actually send it in classroom, and then I'll like critique you if you send it. Or you can also send it in DMs if you're more comfortable with that. So yeah. So yeah. Of course, of course. So yeah. Um the third, what? The third and the 17th for February. Okay. Of course, of course. All right. That wraps up for the class for today. I'll see you guys on February the 3rd for your hair and face classes. Remember to vote for the poll in art class announcements because I need to know when you want the next recap class to be, like what time. I know some of you guys um, are joining the class when it's like really late for your time, so I hope that the time zone adjustment helps if you answer the poll for the recap class. So yeah. The time zone adjustment for the recap class. In our class announcements, the poll that's already there is adjusted to your time. So your local time. So for me right now, it's, for example, option number 3 is 10:30 p.m. my time, but it could be like, for example, 8 a.m. your time or something like that. So okay, okay. But you can just vote whichever you think works for you, or you don't need to vote at all. Of course. All right, everyone. Okay. Thanks for attending the class. Do people want to say goodbye? I'm not sure if people still want to do that. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Everyone's in the recording. That's great. That's great. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. Uh, there. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Thanks for attending the class. See ya. See ya. See you on February the 3rd. Bye bye.